Okay, so I'm going to finish making one of my favorite medicines, which is a Kwanzaa cherry blossom vinegar. All I do is fill this jar up with the cherry blossoms and cover it with apple cider vinegar. And you have to close it with a plastic lid or line your metal lid with like parchment paper or plastic wrap so that it doesn't rust closed. So what I wanted to show you though was usually I use a really wide mouth jar, but I'm using a narrow one because I like this for the vinegar. So what I decided to do was to cut them up first and then add them in. Okay, so now I've got this gorgeous plate of cut up cherry blossoms. I use ceramic scissors for flowers generally, especially fairy flowers, because fairies don't like metal. So these ceramic scissors are pretty great. And now that they're cut up, I can get them into the opening, even though it's a little narrow. And I started this medicine last night. And you know, you might have noticed that there's not only cherry blossoms on this plate or in the jar, there's also violets. That was just a complete impulse. I've never done that before, but they were so beautiful. And I had picked some to make a syrup and not gotten around to it, as can happen. And then I just decided, oh, I'll just put them in the jar. And then having done that, of course, I needed to pick more that were fresh. Now my jar is almost filled with the cherries and my little experiment of adding the violets too, because pink and purple look nice together. I'm sure it's going to taste great, and violets can only add more. This is joy medicine, and I love that I can put it in my food. That's how I will mostly use this medicine. In about 6 weeks or longer, I will decant this. Actually, yeah, I'll decant it. I'll pour it off, I'll pour it through a strainer, and then I'll use this beautiful vinegar on food.